right, like you start to value your life, and like the little things that like gave you like a little bit of anxiety just like are 100 folds. I'll give you an example. There's a San Diego zoo, like it has like this little trolley thing that goes like over the whole zoo. And my dumbass, I was like, hey, yeah, we'll take the little sky thing across, across the thing. We'll start at that end and work our way back, Genius idea. I thought we don't have to walk all the way over there. We only have to walk once. Mind you, me forgetting that I'm deathly afraid of heights, we start getting higher and higher, and I swear to God, I had like a panic attack up there. I had to hold on to the stupid like little center pole because that was the only thing that was solid in there as the whole thing's rocking back and forth and everything. And I'm like breathing and just looking down at the ground and like trying not to freak my kids out because my kids are with us.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. As I've gotten older, that anxiety has gotten way worse though.
Look, I'm not afraid of heights. What I don't like is lack of control. Like I'm always acutely aware of the fact that I could die in a car accident, just sitting here, whatever the fuck, right? And by the way, welcome everyone to Keep It Warriors. You know, you guys know us already. I have to do the whole intro, but we started off on this fucking thing about flying and heights and shit. So like, even Fred's like, just hit the play button. I'm like, fuck it, I'm starting this shit. So anyway, but it's not the height, it's not the I might die thing. It's the lack of control. I can't have people drive me. Like literally the only two people that could drive that I'm comfortable and calm in the car, my dad's driving or my brother. All right. And my dad's always had a heavy foot. My brother's a fucking nutcase, but they're good fucking drivers. Right. But anybody else, I am fucking nervous, boy. Like it's just, to me, it's just lack of control, man. For real. Like I'm awful. I was awful with mushrooms. I'll say that much.
I don't like the idea that I might be able to perish. And fuck it. Since we're amongst friends and there's only about 3.5 people that are actually watching this show, what's going down is in October, I'm flying my funny ass out to Las Vegas, and me and these two Mexican pricks are actually going to hook up and have some fucking drinks in Vegas. Yep. And so any of you fucks that are watching this, if you're available mid to late October, fly to fucking Vegas and come actually meet us in person. A lot more fucking fun. Yeah. If I fucking actually make it and I don't have a fucking panic attack before getting there. They have to tase me off at TSA because I'm fucking gone on Zane's.
Worst case, they'll just put you to sleep.
Fair enough. Just put me on the plane.
Yeah, right. That's the thing, though. It's like I don't know. I mean, I'm very sure Jesse. I'm driving. I'm not flying to Vegas. It's like a 40-minute flight, yeah. But I'm driving.
I drive. I like to drive. As you know, like my job is driving anyway, so it's just another day for me.
Yeah. So anyway, all right.
Let's talk some shit. Let's talk some keyboard warriors. Let's time to bash some fucking fighters.
Yeah. Before we start bashing the fighters, one thing that I really want to point out: sad occurrence that happened over the weekend, and obviously something that, as we all know, as guys, you know, some of us can be more meatheadish than others. Who knows the actual circumstances of this? But what's his name? Rogerio de Lima, right? That's correct.
Rogerio Lima, yeah.
Got into an altercation with his Uber driver of all people, and the guy killed him. So a guy who is a very talented fighter in the UFC over probably something stupid that could have been resolved with some words. Now we don't have that spectacular talent in the UFC anymore. So just a PSA for everybody. Think about before, you know, it's possible you could kick everybody's ass that you come across. It's possible. You don't have to prove it every time. You don't have to be the tough guy. You could talk yourself out, and if you can't talk your way out of a situation and you got to resort to some fisticuffs, well, then it's got to be that way. But it doesn't have to end this way.
Right. No, and that was sad fucking news for real. And it's again, man, these people are like, you know, we always want to watch fights, and, you know, oh shit, John Jones is a crazy motherfucker. He's on coke and shit, and McGregor losing his mind. We seem to forget that these people are human beings and shit. And shit happens. So, yeah, sucks to hear that news for real. All right, but on to the next thing, because I think Fred's the one that tweeted it out. It fucking seems like everyone's popping hot for shit. Everybody. And here's the one guy I'm still waiting for. I think USADA's still working on him. Is Paulo Costa. Like, I'm waiting for that motherfucker to get popped.
He's injured. He didn't get popped by USADA.
Okay. So we got 4 people that pissed out here recently, right?
Yeah.
Anybody of importance though?
Well, Sean O'Malley was one of them, but was that weed or was it some USADA shit?
It was USADA shit.
It was same thing that somebody else popped for and got double the time. They got a year, and all these guys got 6 months. I think Eddie, if you want to look up Luke Thomas's one of his tweets, he mentions who the fighter was that ended up getting a harsher suspension for the same substance. And obviously, the USADA already did their whole investigation. That's why they didn't give him any of these people. Was it Nico Montano?
Yeah,
the only one I can remember. And who else are the other three?
So it's Nico Montano. It's what was the one we just mentioned right now?
O'Malley.
So Sean O'Malley, Augusto Mendez, who actually trains in Glendale and here in Phoenix. He actually has a gym I've driven by a few times. And I forgot who the other one was. I'm trying to find the name. But it was 4 fighters, and they've all been suspended, I think, 6 months, right?
6 months retroactively to when that test occurred. But I think only one person has actually got 1 month left. I think everybody else, they're already past.
O'Malley will be available in July, actually.
Yeah.
So that's a trip, man. But
I guess I don't know exactly what they tested positive for, so I shouldn't go fucking too crazy with the fucking slander here. But like,
it's Ostarine, OSTARINE.
What does that mean?
It's a dumb substance, but it's usually one of those like that are in random GNC product that you find on the shelf that's just tainted. So it's nothing that like it's no TJ Dillashaw taking EPO or whatever.
Okay, fair enough. I suppose we shouldn't paint all these fucking birds with the same brush.
Jesse's talking about Tom Lawler getting suspended fucking 4 times more what everyone else got. So he got 2 years?
Yeah, there you go. 2 years, yeah.
That dude got 2 years for that.
That's fucked up.
You would think you said we would go back and fucking figure that out, but
okay, so that brings up the question. Do we need stricter regulations on how USADA hands down these suspensions based on the person, or do we need some sort of like graph or something, or do we just need to rethink the whole USADA relationship with the UFC and cut USADA out?
Man, the more and more I think about it, I think it might be fucking, old plan C. I think it might be time for USADA to just hit the road, Jack. I mean, at first I thought I wanted to catch the fighters, and I guess I do, but it's almost just like the war on drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we think that if we catch enough fucking, crack dealers, crack will go away? Nah, It ain't gonna. Like, you're never going to catch enough cheaters for fuckers to stop cheating. And I guess I'm not saying that we should just like let them all cheat,
right?
But USADA's going crazy, and for what? Like you're saying, this is shit that's found in GNC products. I mean, Bellator seems to be doing okay. They don't got USADA testing. You know what I mean? Like, bring it back to the old school testing, where if you get caught, you're a dumbass. But fuck it. I mean, I don't know. Like, what's the real answer here? Like, I don't think we're ever going to. What do we all want? A clean sport. Are we ever going to really get that? No. Probably not. So, like, what's the best option beyond that? Like, keep having these weird misunderstandings where people are getting fucking suspended for shit that's found in GNC products. You got people, fucking fighters, complaining about their rights because, goddamn it, USADA's showing up at fucking 4 a.m. And for what? For people that some of the people have actually beat USADA.
Yeah.
USADA's actually been overturned like several times. And people are still cheating. Major stars are still getting caught, like fucking TJ Dillashaw. What is USADA really doing? I guess at the end of the day, they ain't scaring nobody. Clearly, you think TJ Dillashaw is the only fucking prick that's EPOing it up?
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what are we doing really?
Everybody left at Nick Diaz, man, outside of the fucking NSAC or whatever, his meeting back when he got fucking suspended 5 years for weed and shit. And he came out and said everyone's on steroids. He was fucking right. I mean, he was fucking right? So we could keep fighting there. They keep using USADA to try and clean the sport up. I think the other option is do what the NFL and the NBA do. It's like, yeah, we're testing players. Sure. But the only ones you're popping, the ones for weed, huh? You're not popping anybody for PEDs. When's the last time fucking NFL players got popped for PEDs? And when they do, it's the quietest suspension you ever heard of. You know what I mean? They're not popping like, guys like a big name in the NFL. They're popping little fucking guys.
Or it's a guy that you look at him and you're like, wow, like, yeah, obviously that guy's on something because he's like beating the hell out of his, puppy at home and like, just roiding out. And they're like, dude, we got to do something about this guy.
Right.
You're right, Eddie. But here's the other question that comes up with the whole Dana White coming out and saying that he didn't know that USADA wasn't testing for EPO on every test.
That's
just
hard
because
to believe.
it's like a couple $100 or whatever, or less than $100 more per test or something like that. Like, so let me get this straight. So these fighters, this organization is trying to make sure that all these fighters are on a level playing field, right? And instead of being able to test everybody, make sure everybody is on that playing field, they're just half-assing the tests, and people are still getting away with this. So to Fred's point, so if obviously USADA is not working because they're not catching as many cheaters, quote unquote, as they're supposed to be, right? They're only catching kind of like the dumb ones, right? The ones that kind of don't know what they're doing, the ones that kind of, push the boundaries a little too much. And it seems to me like everybody else, like a John Jones, like a Brock Lesnar, kind of gets away with what they're doing.
Right.
So what's wrong with what Bellator, what Combate Americas, what every other organization is doing that leaves it up to the commission? They pay the commission, and it kind of seems like the fighters have a little bit more liberty in doing what they need to do, and as long as they're clean for fight week, for fight time, everybody's happy.
Yo, let me ask a couple really, really stupid basic questions here. A, do we know how many banned substances are on the USADA list?
Yes.
Isn't it a crazy number of things? Like hundreds?
It is. No, you're talking about thousands and thousands of names. And here's the thing. You can access all those names on their USADA website. You can cross-reference. You can search up things. So if you got like a package, you can go to USADA's website and go, oh, I don't know what this word is. Type it in and go, oh, it's on their website. That means I can't take this product.
Now, when you go to GNC or any health food store or wherever the fuck you go to buy a supplement, supplements are basically just things made to improve your performance in your body, right? I guess what I'm fucking getting at is, couldn't they come up with a real fucking compound list of shit that we all just agree is a big fucking no-no and just let the rest of the shit in? What is the line on the 997th thing that's illegal on USADA's list as compared to the shit that's getting mixed in with the protein powder at GNC? Like, I know I really kind of have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about here, but like, it seems like HGH and like certain things are just extreme, you know what I mean? Like extreme fucking performance enhancers that are actually like, fucking, all due respect, the shit that made Chris Benoit go lose his fucking mind, like the really dirty fucking steroids. Wouldn't it be easy to just like make a nice little quick list like, all right, shitbirds, if you cute cocksuckers get caught with one of these fucking things in your system, you're fucking out of here. All the other shit, fuck it. It's legal now. It fucking enhances your performance. So does fucking vitamin E and protein powder and fucking fish oil and whatever the fuck else that people are fucking taking and sticking up their fucking keister to make them fucking perform better. You know what I mean?
Let's be real, dude. Like energy shots are fucking performance enhancing. Like,
well, that's my point. So
Yeah,
like, if the line gets a little goofy, like, shouldn't we be able to just draw a big line? Like, okay, these things are clearly fucking like not good for you. The what is it, EPO, the shit that Dillashaw just had,
right? Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers be dying on that. Like, motherfucker, homeboy, like you fucked up big time. But then all this other shit that just rides this weird fine line where it's a cut hair from the shit that they're selling that's legal to enhance your performance. Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? It seems like, again, I know I have no knowledge about what I'm speaking of, but like, how many of these things are really necessary to be on that fucking banned substance list, man?
Marijuana is on that list. That's not necessary.
That's just, we should scratch all that shit off. I mean, even cocaine and shit. Like, fucking clearly you shouldn't test positive, you know, but out of
At a
competition.
competition, yeah.
Who the fuck cares if you're on blow? What the fuck? What
Exactly.
business of ours? That's between you and the goddamn law.
Right.
I think the problem that you have to address, though, Fred, is the fact that the UFC went with USADA, and USADA uses the list that was created by WADA, who does the Olympic testing, that tests all the Olympics and makes sure that all those guys are clean, quote unquote. All right. So because they adhere to that standard, now every UFC fighter adheres to that standard. And that's where the problem is. Now, if the fighters had been able to, let's say, negotiate this and been able to go with the point of view that you have of saying, hey, what about, you know, I don't know, what if I get sick and I need some, you know, steroids to, you know, get rid of this disease that I have or something to help me heal? Oh, well, you can't have that. Well, why is that? It's not going to help my performance. It's just going to make sure that I'm able to make it to my fight, you know?
Right.
Oh, what about an inhaler? Or what about, you know, this cream that I have to rub that has some sort of steroid on my skin that helps with my psoriasis? You know what I'm saying? Like, there are circumstances that you need this medicine. I mean, any of us here, if we get sick, we go to the doctor, they give us some shit, and like we go get a test, and guess what happens? We pop hot for something.
Yep.
But
listen,
so you're saying that fighters, even though they're specific athletes and they are, you know, attuned and they have to be, you know, these model athletes, they take care of themselves. So if they get sick, they can't get the same proper care that we get. Like, that's not fair. Just because they're going to get tested. And that's the point, Fred. Because the UFC went with USADA, now everybody has to adhere to that Olympic standard. If they had done something else like a WADA and kind of made a deal with, like, look, we're not testing for weed, we're not testing for cocaine because of John Jones. We just want the big ones, steroids, you know, HGH, EPO, and, you know, whatever else, you know, maybe some of those what are those things called? Diuretics, you know, something that helps
shit like
or
that.
whatever. You know, all right, these you can't have, but everything else we just don't care. We don't want you to test for it. We don't care. That would have been the better option. But because they went with USADA, now we're stuck with this bed that they made.
Look, as far as like stuff for, like, you know, when you need to get medication from your doctor and whatnot, I'm pretty sure they have like a TUE type of a thing they can work with. Like, if you inform them, let them know.
No,
but
no, they'll still get suspended.
I'm looking at their fucking website. They have TUEs. It's just
ask a
hard to
couple
get.
of fighters. Yeah, exactly. Ask a couple of fighters that, you know, have actual you know, needs and necessities for these medications. There are some things that they are just definitely not allowed to take, like any kind of what is it, IV bag or anything. Like, they just cannot have that. They will get suspended. They will get dinged for that stuff. And imagine this. Like, say someone, for example, say someone has to go to the emergency room. They put them under an IV bag and everything. USADA comes in a couple days later. They have to do all this paperwork, and they temporarily suspend them either way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things that's unfair to these fighters because of USADA. Can it be fixed? Yeah, but now we have to backtrack on that USADA is not doing a good job, which we all know they're really not.
So I'm on their website looking at the TUE exception or whatever, the TUEs, and a lot of shit's conditional, not prohibited. Yeah, it's definitely like a landmine to fucking work on this thing. Yeah, so
and that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, a lot of fighters, you know, smart fighters could try to navigate those waters, but do you really want to deal with that stuff when you can just be like, all right, I guess I just can't take anything. I can't go to the doctor, and I'm just kind of, you know, water and like Vicks Vapor Rub or whatever the hell.
I don't think it's that crazy. I think definitely it's one of those things where you call Jeff Nowitzki at fucking 2 a.m. like, hey, bitch, I need your help. You know what I mean? Like,
depends on what your name is, right? If you're a John Jones, I'm sure they'll move earth and you know, heaven and earth to get you whatever TUE you need. But if you're, say, a Ray Borg, I don't think Jeff Nowitzki is gonna pick up his phone for you until tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's a good one for like Rogan to bring up to never mind, maybe not Rogan. For somebody to ask fucking Jeff Nowitzki how the fuck that works. All right, finally the fucking comment section finally popped out. So just heads up, everybody. Fucking YouTube is fucking being weird. They switched over with the creator studios, what we go on to go live. They switched it up to YouTube Studio Beta and also the bullshit. So I'm like fucking with it while we're talking, trying to figure this thing out. But it took forever for the comment section to pop up. So now I see your stuff. So keep on commenting. I'll keep reading this shit off. Yeah, everyone's talking about Austrian was a thing, and Tom Lawler getting 2 years. MMA guys, what's up, dude? Says it's a caffeine drink that was tainted, I believe, at least for O'Malley. And you know, they're always like taking those Monster Energy drinks and also the shit that they're bang or whatever the fuck they're drinking now. It's a lot of crazy shit.
And remember, Brendan Schaub was saying that he could even have a certain amount of coffee. Like it had to be like a weak ass like cup of coffee, because anything more than a certain amount of coffee, he would pop. Like it's so stupid.
Pop for what? Caffeine?
Yeah.
Caffeine's banned.
Yep. Remember Chael Sonnen? He used to say that he would take no. I think it was Brendan Schaub as well. He said he would take caffeine tablets because he knew the dosage on those and he could actually measure it out. Because he was scared of drinking too much coffee and then popping for banned substance, quote unquote.
Yeah, but when he was fighting, he was still like pretty much the Wild West. He could have gotten away with some shit if he had just a little bit of smarts. The fuck. And then we'd be talking about possible can you imagine that if Brendan Schaub actually had the brains to cheat, right? And we'd be talking about him being one of the greater heavyweights.
Yeah,
hilarious. That'd have been hilarious. It's like a total different reality. We're getting to like the Avengers shit now, which by the way apparently came out today or it's coming out tomorrow.
All
right, I'll watch it in 3 weeks. So
yeah, I have my tickets, so whatever.
I fucking bet you do, man. Goddamn.
I sure do.
You and a bunch of my friends are going, all my friends are going at midnight tomorrow or whenever it fucking drops. 10 p.m. I think is when the first showing is. Anyway, all right.
Lucky bastards. I'm going at 2 a.m.
Well, yeah, because you work, bitch. What? Anyway, I'll be sleeping happily or sadly or frustrated or pissed off after the NFL draft. My Cardinals had the number 1 pick, so it comes to stress. It's just been stressful for me because I give a shit. Look, take a lesson from me. Do not get emotionally invested in any sports. It's not fucking worth it. It's not fucking worth it. But if you're already in, it's too late for you. You're just gonna die that way. All right.
Let me just throw a jab at somebody. Raider in the comments if she's in there.
Yeah, she's in there.
We're gonna crush your Raiders this year again. My Rams.
Actually, Raider, real quick, with the Raiders moving to Las Vegas, is that gonna fuck with you a little bit, or are you cool with that? Anyway, Raider says earlier on, she said USADA should have a list of approved supplements if they're gonna keep them.
They're trying, but it's hard because I remember there are supplements you can take there. What's it called? NAMA or something like that. It's like a testing protocol that they go through. Right. That it's approved, that they're clean. They're basically tested all the time, and they're using I forget what it's called. It's like NAMA, NAFTA, something like that. But they have this sticker of approval, and those are the ones you can take that you will not pop. And if you pop, I mean, it's a big deal. Right. That company will take a hit.
Yeah, no, it's fucking. Raider says, yeah, for sure Nowitzki's going to send most of them to voicemail. Nowitzki foams at the mouth to bust a fighter. Dude, how quick did they give John Jones that deal? How many people got busted because of John Jones? I wonder.
I was going to say, how many people has old John snitched on at this point? All of a sudden, old TJ gets popped.
He's the thing.
Fucking cheating for years.
Here's the thing, though. Those guys have to know it was John that popped them. One of them's going to talk. One day, they'll be like, fucking John Jones. You know.
Have you seen that meme online of Tekashi sitting at the in the court and he's getting popped? I can just imagine John Jones being there oh, I'm gonna get how long? Oh wait, have you heard about TJ? Yeah, TJ.
Yeah. Fucking TJ. Now he's got this little pedo mustache going on. You seen that shit? Yeah. I was like, bro, stay the fuck off of Instagram because look, every single one of his pictures now had just needle emojis all over the fucking place. I'm like, man, you need to stay off the internet.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long 2 years, buddy.
Yeah, look, man, he might as well look for something else to do.
For real. He's a hunter. He could join in with what's his name?
Chad,
yeah, and his hunting.
He could do grappling competitions and shit like that.
Yeah, he should. Yeah. But he just had surgery on his right shoulder, and now he's gonna get it on his left shoulder. So he's gonna be not doing jack shit for a while. But no, the funny thing with Joe Benavidez saying that he wasn't surprised that TJ got popped, he said he was surprised at how long it took them to catch TJ. Motherfucker, why weren't you snitching?
Yeah, shit.
No shit. Yeah, I mean, your girl works for the UFC. What the hell,
shit.
dog? Should have been snitching on TJ real quick, especially right after you left Team Alpha Male.
That's why
Like-
I'm almost just like, fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
mission abort, you know? Like, USADA's like a nice little piece of coo. She's like a side chick, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We got her. She put her spell on us. We thought things were going to be better with her. Now we're starting to realize maybe we shouldn't have never wasted our time with this hoe. We'll just go back to the way things was before. Fuck it. It was just fine. You know what I mean?
That might be the most,
a little bit. Fuck
that
it.
might be the most accurate like description of USADA ever, right there. It's a side chick
then-
that we're gonna be cool with, and nah, it didn't work out.
You know
well.
what? Yeah, just didn't really work out, man. I think we're gonna have to go on a pass.
I should have
And
stayed. I should have stayed faithful. God damn it! Like,
And then there's the Nevada Commission, you know, just chilling there, kind of looking chunky, kind of waving at you still as you walk by with USADA every time.
Yep.
yeah. Well,
Nah, shit. The athletic commission started to lose a little weight. You know what I'm saying? USADA starting to look a little chunky. It's time must have pushed on from her. She give him a fucking problem.
Yeah, it's like when you break up with your chick to get with another one. That first chick fucking gets in mad shape after a while, looking real good.
Yeah,
looking
you
at
find
you.
out that second bitch has got a nice little taste of bipolar.
Right? How is it that always happens? Whatever. That always happens that way, man. It's fucking weird. All right. In the comment section, QC says Cardinals draft is so stressful. Fucking right, dude. Raiders says Quentin, I gave up on watching the draft. I just count on the Raiders to lose, and if they win, I'm super happy. She also says Rams suck. LOL.
Damn.
And yeah, Vegas is ideal for me. Fights and football. Raiders need their own stadium to lose in. I see. I like that. Fans that know their shit. Like it's like being a Bet Correa fan. Like she'll go out there and gets, you know, she'll throw as much as she can, but she's probably taking that L. Which, by the way, how the fuck did Roxanne Modafferi win that fight?
I was gonna say that. Ha ha, you suckers.
It turned. Look, I didn't realize Shevchenko like doesn't have takedown defense. What the fuck?
Man, I don't care what nobody says. God bless the happy warrior soul. She's a trash fighter. I'm sorry. Like, yes, she's been fighting since Moses was in short pants. So she pulled off a little bit of bullshit with her grappling. But no, that just proves how incredibly shallow women's flyweight is, or possibly even flyweight as a division overall. Maybe there's just not that many fucking people that are 125 pounds, generally speaking.
Right,
115, 135, they just kind of skip that gap, man.
Wow, Fred. You won't even give her the at least the pleasure of hearing you say that she's actually improved your skills. You're just like, nope, she sucks.
No.
She'll always suck.
Yep.
All right, well, fuck.
She still didn't get the finish. You really think Roxanne was setting the world on fire? You think she wants fucking who's even the chick? Is 125 the women? Is that a real thing? Who's the champion?
Bullet's the champ.
Yeah.
Valentina.
Oh, okay.
But the fact that we don't remember is kind of fucked up, right?
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, okay. So whatever, man. So this was like, you know, this was Dan Miller. You know what I'm saying? All due respect.
Damn. He says, low key, I said don't sleep on Roxy. I know you did, motherfucker. Shit.
And you know what? Enough with the Roxy. I'm sleeping. I'm snoozing all the Z's on Roxy. In her next fight, Roxy is taking the fucking L of all L.
I wonder who she's gonna fight.
Well,
did she say something about Cyborg?
Yeah, she said jokingly she called out Cyborg. Then she's like, "No, I'm kidding."
Yeah,
I hope she fucking did.
No, because Cyborg did like a you know fucking shadow boxing video for I don't know, she was in the mountain somewhere, and it looked like Sedona, Arizona to me, but I don't know. I couldn't tell. Regardless, could be Vegas. She's like doing shadow boxing, and she goes, "You don't want this smoke, Roxy." And Roxanne, you know, the good sport that she is, retweeted the video and says, "No, I don't. I'm cool. I really don't want any of that. Like, I'm good here."
She's a smart girl.
Yeah, she's not stupid. That's one thing you can say. She's not stupid.
Listen, all bullshit aside, she's a fucking great person. She's been a fucking pioneer for women's MMA. But yeah, I've just never really been impressed by her fucking skill set. I think her striking, you know, if she gets put in there with a real striker, she's going to get lit up. Her grappling is good, but again, she has been training for 25 years. I hope her fucking grappling is fucking decent at this point. That's her strong suit. So you know,
she hasn't been with a real camp for most of her career, and I think like a couple years ago she went to
Extreme Couture, right?
Yeah, Extreme Couture. So that's where she's gotten her sharper skill. Look, Fred, I'm not saying you're wrong.
That's me playing the world's
But
tiniest violin for her never having a real camp until
No,
she
no,
was
no.
43. Get the fuck out.
No, I'm just saying you can see that she's actually gotten better now that she's at a real big camp, really getting the good training that she needs. She's gotten better. You're right though.
Could you see that?
Put her against Valentina, put her against JJ. Yeah, I don't think she stands a good chance against either of those two.
If you put her against anybody with some real fucking skill or athletic talent, Roxanne's taking a beating. Wow. She's a crafty veteran, but she's an old dog that's limping. Like, she's not very quick on her feet. Her, whatever. I'm not going to just tear her down. She had a big win. Congratulations. I hope she doesn't get hurt in her next fight. I don't think she really needs to be fighting the upper echelon in the UFC. My fucking personal opinion. We'll see what happens.
Well, I thought she was doing, I thought she was doing great in Invicta and should have just stayed there. But that's just me. That's just me. Anyway.
Y'all hating.
Yeah.
What else happened? What happened this weekend?
Real quick. And then Alistair Overeem gets that knockout win in the first round. On the late notice replacement. Do we expect any different? By the way, someone put a picture of like Overeem today and Overeem back when he was Ubering. The difference is ridiculous. Like, it's a ridiculous difference. How much like roids help you.
Let me tell you something. Overeem got thunderstruck in that fight by that weirdy fucking beardy striking that Olenek was throwing.
Yeah.
And he still got popped by that dude. I still say that Overeem won by a cunt hair. Yeah, he won, but he almost got dropped by the grappler. Like, Olenek low-key pulled a Khabib on him. He threw that weird over right hand, and it knocked the shit out of the Reem. The Reem had those weird eyeballs for a minute. He almost fucked around and got outstruck by Olenek. So this fight don't prove fuck all to me. You know what this fight meant to me? You know what this fight proved to me? What I came away from this fight with? Boy, heavyweight is shallow.
Pretty much.
Boy, heavyweight is fucking shallow. That we got Alistair fucking Overeem getting popped upside his goofy noggin by Olenek in the main event and still pulling out a W, and now what's fucking Overeem's ranking in the UFC at heavyweight right now? Did you look that up for me?
What's the what?
What's his ranking right now at heavyweight?
Overeem?
Overeem's, yes.
I think he's pretty high up there. He's got to be like at least like
he's top 10 for sure.
Top 5 probably.
Wow, some people are still doing UFC ranking updates. Nate Diaz exits the rankings. Alistair Overeem climbs. Jesus Christ. People don't have anything else to do with. Look at that bullshit. By the way, the rankings are bullshit.
Either way.
Good old DC number 1 pound for pound. All right. Heavyweight rankings. Overeem is 6.
Yeah, that's fucking disgusting.
Wait,
that's gross.
Who are the 5 ahead of him?
All right, so DC's champ. Stipe Miocic 1, Francis Ngannou 2, JDS 3, Curtis Blades 4, Derek Lewis 5, and then Alistair's tied with Alexander Volkov for 6, with Kane Poland number 8.
What a disgusting lineup of human beings to fill a weight division.
Kane is still top 10? Wow, that's incredible.
I mean, what in the fuck was that? You know it's bad when the champion at heavyweight has been snuffed out twice by the champion at light heavyweight. That's when you know we've got a bit of a fucking issue on our hands.
Right.
Heavyweight needs some revamp, but that's what they need to do. They need to scour this planet for some fucking fat boys and get them into camps and teach them how to fight or something. Heavyweight needs some fucking new blood, Jack. That's what I came away from that Overeem. I'm not thrilled that Overeem's back in the hunt. I am fucking over having Overeem headline cards. Like, heavyweight needs some new fucking blood.
Dude, there's got to be
Curtis Blades. We need about 32 Curtis Blades.
There's got to be a handful of like light heavyweights that have an annoying time at least come weight. They just tell you, look, just move up.
Listen, fuck that. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've been saying this for a month of Sundays. I've been telling y'all. I said this. I don't know what fucking probably on this podcast, I would assume. I said this on a podcast fucking 2-3 years ago. I seen a fucking Vice episode about these Sanglisi. I'm sure I'm fucking butchering the word because I'm an American prick like
from
that.
Senegal.
Yeah, the fucking African wrestlers.
Yeah.
Listen, newsflash, you pricks. That fucking that Stylebender, he might be from New Zealand and have a cute little accent. He's fucking Nigerian.
Yep.
Look at the prick. Kamaru Usman, fucking African. There's an African debate. Get to those fucking, start scouring real shit. You ever see that fucking movie? Was it Blue Chips?
Yeah,
Back in the 90s. And they like discover Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
They pull him out of somewhere, wherever the fuck they pull him in. He's fucking amazing. And the thing that was cool about that is I felt like they had those scouts going to the weirdest places and pulling these students from these really like weird fucking like locations, farmlands and shit. The UFC needs to do that with Africa. There's probably a lot of really big dudes down there that are just naturally athletically gifted. That kind of what they were doing with Mexico, right? They were taking all those Mexican pricks and fucking sending them to Jackson's MMA. Yep. Fuck yeah. Take fucking DC, send his funny ass to Northern Africa or to Nigeria, pick out some fucking studs, bring them back to fucking AKA, and let's get to work.
They just remember Dana White, back when we had our great matchmaker, they both used to travel to these shows and actually scout talent because of what's the matchmaker's name that's gone now? God,
Silva.
Silva. Thank you. He was the one that had his finger on the pulse of the MMA world, and he would scout out these guys, and he would have like a list for Dana White. And Dana White talks about it, how now that he's gotten so busy with everything else, he doesn't have the opportunity to do that anymore. So the best thing that you can hope for, Fred, is that you get more fighters, heavyweight fighters, going on to the Contender Series. Because as you can see, there's a lot of talent that still comes through that Contender Series that actually translate pretty well to the UFC, minus what's his name, the guy that's fighting this weekend, who I'm not going to watch. So the event is a wash for me. I'm not watching this event this weekend. But at least there's heavyweights, that are available, that are coming into the fray here from those events. It's just like you said, it's kind of a dry pool right now because there's not many big talented athletes that see a potential future of making a lot of money in the UFC. Not yet. It takes a big Conor McGregor type guy to kind of get that money flowing and then get guys excited to, okay, well, if I do this and I can make a good living off of this, then I'll do it. Right now, those big guys are usually doing, football, rugby, anything else that, pays them a lot of money for, their talents and efforts.
Listen, that's why we need to go to these fucking third world countries.
Yeah.
It's
fuck the morals.
A good place to watch that thing that Fred's talking about is I think it's called Fight World on Netflix with Frank Grillo. He does this thing where he goes around and he does an in-depth thing about the Senegalese fighters. I think the fighting style is called the Lethway or something like that.
Well, Kane went down there to wrestle with those guys, or just like check it out. Will you quit booing, motherfucker? You just make it for Doomsday in the UFC, motherfucker. Anyway, you traitor. Anyway, but I just got curious about this whole Nate Diaz taking off the UFC rankings. Nate Diaz has been officially removed from UFC rankings. This comes after Nate has not competed since his loss to Conor McGregor back in 2016. And some Dave Madden, good old Dave, made a meme himself, and I fucking lost it. But it says something like fucking hell, I could just click on it. What the hell am I doing? Here it is. He made a meme. Says also it says UFC. We're removing Nate Diaz from lightweight rankings due to inactivity since 2016. Also UFC. Conor McGregor will remain in the top 10 pound for pound rankings, even though he hasn't won a fight since 2016. Well,
if we all haven't figured out at this point that Conor gets special treatment, it is what it is.
Yeah, if you don't realize, if people that don't realize that just have their head stuck in the sand.
It is what it is. Conor gonna be Conor.
Like, dude, it doesn't even bother me anymore. It used to annoy the fuck out of me. No, I honestly don't give a fuck.
I'm pretty much like that with Trump now. It used to be a thing. At this point, it's like, oh, there he is, our president. What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, Jesse.
No, I was just gonna say, because I know Fred's got to go. He's got a hard exit in a little bit. But I did want to point out before I forget, congratulations to Fred and your friend or your brother, right? Is it your brother or your really good buddy starting your business. I saw that now. Like you guys are official. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
it's basically my brother. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah.
Is that why you got all cleaned up?
Nah.
Yeah.
It's about to get fucking hot. It's about to get hot. You understand me over here on the East Coast, and I know it's always hot for you pricks on the West Coast, but over here in the Midwest, it's about to start getting hot.
Clean it up. We hit 95 today in Phoenix, so I was like, it's kind of warm. Yeah, when it gets like the 100 something, we're gonna be like, fuck this shit, and I'm actually gonna trim this down a lot by the time it gets to that point.
You better.
I could just imagine Fred, putting up the man bun, get it shaving, putting on a little suit and everything to go talk to some customers, some business deals.
Yep.
I can see that.
Listen, I'm a man of many hats. Many hats.
All right, shit. Let's see. MMA guy says, preach, Fred. Start rescuing some Africans for sure. And then Raider says, Dave Madden is a mean, mad genius. He does well. He does very well. I'll say that much. All right, let's talk about this weekend's card then real quick. Main event, Jacare Souza against Jack Hermanson. It's one of those like...
Wait. Okay, so let's talk about that. It was supposed to be on ESPN TV, right? And since the main event got switched out, now it's on ESPN Plus, correct? Right, or is it the other way around?
It's on ESPN Plus.
So is this going to happen moving forward? Are we going to get something supposedly on pay-per-view, and then they'll just take it off pay-per-view if the card gets a couple changes that is not going to sell well?
I don't know about that, but
all right. So the early prelims, for some reason, are not loading, but the regular prelims are ESPN TV, and then the main card is ESPN Plus. So if you have ESPN, if you have cable, you get to watch Ben Saunders against Takashi Sato as your main or as your featured prelim. And then your main event is Jacare Souza against Jack Hermanson, and the co-main of Greg Hardy against Dmitry Smolyakov.
Woo-wee. Co-main event with Greg Hardy. That's interesting. I've been seeing people bitch about that. I understand why he's there, but that is a little strange. Who else is on this card? Mike Perry. A lot of people are on this card.
Right. So this is the one fight that I give a shit about. This entire card is Alex Oliveira against Mike Perry.
It's a good fight.
That's a good-ass fight. Other people on this card, Andrei Arlovsky's on this card against Augusto Sakai. Carlos Bar's on this card. Gilbert Burns, I like watching. He's on this card. Jim Miller's in the fucking. Oh, my bad. Early prelims are ESPN 2. There you go. And then we're already there. I'm just waiting for ESPN the Ocho to get the main event of whatever the fuck. And
seriously, that's awesome.
Angela Hill against Jody Escobar's on the prelims, on the early prelims, and Court McGee's still fighting the UFC against Diego Lima.
Angela Hill's a late replacement, right? For her friend, right?
Penny?
Yeah.
I think so. Hey, Angela Hill just get smoked?
I think so. No. I thought it was a competitive fight she had last, but it was a while ago, wasn't it?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch it.
Fred?
Listen, I smoked too much. I can't remember. I feel like it was competitive, but I feel like it was also against a really top contender too.
It probably was. All right. MMA guy says dry heat. I know that Midwest heat is brutal. Yeah. Y'all got some fucking y'all got humidity too though. So
it's brutal out here.
And then MMA guys also says do or die for Perry. He might be off to Bellator after this fight.
Never. That guy's too exciting to let go. I think.
Look, if they okay, I'm not saying he's in the level of a fucking Diego Sanchez, right? But he's the excitement level. He's that kind of guy. So you don't really want to go him.
Listen, it depends on how he loses and how much money he wants afterwards. They'll let that motherfucker walk.
He just signed a 4-fight extension. So
yeah, I mean, as long as he knows his role, he'll be there. There'll always be a place for him.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on if he starts taking it, he's worth more than he is, then we could have a problem.
All right, Jesse. So break down for me Greg Hardy against Dmitry Smolyakov and why you think who you think is gonna win and why.
Wait, hold on.
Jesse's being arrested.
Yeah, I think he's getting checked out.
There you go. That was my
exactly. If y'all don't know, Jesse is for real when he says he's not gonna watch any card with Greg Hardy. So there you go, folks.
The whole card?
Yeah, I'm skipping the whole card.
He skips the whole card.
Wow, that's
I get it. I totally get it.
Hey,
and look,
you know what sucks too? I would love to see how Jacare performs, and because I know that this is kind of like a do or die thing for Jacare, because if he loses just one of these fights that he's like, in, it could be the end of his title shot, you know, because he's always right there, right? Like he got Yoel Romero, and if he won that one, he would get a title shot. And now he's delegated to like a replacement. So he has to win these fights, you know? And it sucks because I think it would be an interesting fight, him fighting for the title, yet it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen for him.
You know what we need for Jesse? We need for Sean Shelby to get his funny little small ass on a plane, get over to Nigeria, get some fucking animal named goddamn Boomclat, bring him over here and feed him or feed Greg Hardy to him, and just let somebody beat the fucking dog shit out of Greg Hardy. Could you tune in for that, Jesse? Like, if you knew he was going to take the beating in hindsight, would you watch it then?
No. No, really? I just don't want to give my support to that guy at all. No reason for me to do that.
Fair enough, dude. That's you know, fair enough. A lot of people say though, like you're not like one of those people. Well, look, Jesse's not one of those people that goes, "Oh, I'm gonna boycott fucking Chick-fil-A," but then you know, a couple of days later, like, "Fuck it, I'm hungry." Right?
Yeah.
He'll actually boycott the event. Even though they're why the fuck is Chick-fil-A closed on Sundays? Motherfucker, y'all don't like money? I thought Christians like money too. What the fuck, like.
Not on Sunday, you fucking Mexican heathen.
What the fuck ever, dude? Why is that collection plate that was coming around for the fucking building fund?
I mean, listen.
Bullshit. Go sell some chicken.
That's why I don't support those. Even to believe in them.
I'm out on that, yeah.
Ouch.
Anyway, but I can't. Anyway, I don't know. I've read too much shit. All right, real quick. I didn't realize Rory McDonald and John Fitch are fighting.
Yep.
Okay, real quick on that. Fred, do you still have DAZN?
I think my cocksucking phone goes ahead and like charges me automatically, so I'm pretty sure yes, I do.
Eddie, do you have it?
No, here's the thing.
And how much is it a month now? 5 or 10?
Like
no, 20.
Fuck. No, I definitely don't have it.
No, I hope I don't got it. Yeah.
No. Here's the thing. It's still, I think it's still like $9.99. If you do like basically like you commit to a year, or if you're like Fred and you never canceled your service. But I believe that now they moved into this new thing where now they're charging you, I think it's like $20 or something like that. It's something exuberant if you want to look it up, Eddie, for the accurate prices. But I think if you try to join now, I think it's like a stupid price.
No, here's the thing. Here's the problem. Too much fucking streaming shit. It just is too much, right?
Yeah.
If cable was already that goddamn expensive and I bailed on that and I only have a couple streaming things, why the fuck would I pick up 3 or 4 more where all I'm going to watch, for example, DAZN, all I would really watch on it is Bellator. That's all I would really watch on it.
I'm going to tell you something else,
too. What about Combates, yo?
I got streams for that shit. I'm good.
I'm going to tell you something. Since the UFC is making all their goddamn pay-per-views go through fucking the internet now, basically.
Yep.
I ain't paying for it no more.
Yep.
God damn it. I watched that fucking stupid fucking mouth-breathing idiot Brendan Schaub talk about how easy it was to get a fucking link from all of his heathens on fucking Twitter. Let me tell you something, Jack. Fucking fuck it. I don't give a shit. Fucking I'm not paying for them no more. I'm streaming them from now on. Fuck it. They need to figure out a way to monetize that or just deal with it. That's the wave of the future. If it's going to be 100 motherfuckers out there streaming that shit in crystal clear HD, why the fuck am I paying for it? Why are any of us paying for it?
Real quick, it's $19.99 monthly, and you can cancel anytime, or you could take a $100 hit one time, and they charge you yearly.
You guys hear that? It's Jesse DAZN check coming into the mail.
Or you can listen to Daddy Fred and just Google a fucking link and fucking watch it for free, like all the rest of the little fucking heathen kids.
Allegedly.
I can't get mad at people for streaming shit. I mean, if you look how much everything fucking costs, it's like, no, it's only $10. It's only $5 for ESPN Plus. It's only $10 for UFC Fight Pass. Like, bitch, that shit adds up after a minute. Like, how much more did you expect me to buy? Fight TV, DAZN, UFC Fight Pass, fucking what else?
Are we then supporting one championship who has their own streaming service and it's free and you can watch all their events?
They use Bleacher Report, right?
No, but they have their own app, and they also are now on TNT, I believe, one of the Turner broadcast things. So
right, make no mistake about it. as they grow in the North American market, they'll want to monetize that and they'll want to make more money off of it. And that cute little shit would go away. But you know what the UFC needs to do? You know what we need to make the UFC do? Is what I've been saying. NFL, NBA shit, dog. Make ESPN or Fox or whoever pay millions of dollars, put all your content on there, one go, one time, no fucking redos, no more fucking, like, that's the only way. Because all this other shit, we gonna stream it.
Yep.
That's like real talk. I think I would say that it would be safe to assume double, probably triple the people stream this shit for free than pay for it. Every pay-per-view.
Fucking easy.
You're right.
Easy.
You're right, but
and those numbers are just going like this.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be one of the dumbasses that paid for it. I have no problem right here fucking live on YouTube saying I ain't doing that no more. I won't be creating the fucking streams, but by God, if it's going to be fucking 15 different people on Twitter that are just shooting out Reddit streams, I ain't doing it. Why the fuck would I pay for it, bro? I ain't made out of money. Allegedly. I got kids and shit. Now, fuck that allegedly. Let Reddit worry about it. Let Reddit and the UFC and the pirates and all the fucking bullshit. I'm just a motherfucker clicking a link. I ain't your problem. The problem is all the shit and how this shit works. Again, y'all motherfuckers need to listen to me and push for the big one. Just get that shit like the NBA. Who streams the NFL?
Who streams it?
Yeah,
people in Europe that don't get the channel, maybe.
Exactly, and most of them don't even give a fuck about the NFL. They care about soccer or football, as they put it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't stream it when you run the business like that. You know what I'm saying? That whole pay-per-view shit, this putting it all behind a paywall, that shit is going to be dead. They're going to have to try to get their big contracts with like ESPN, show that shit exclusively, just like the NFL and the NBA.
And then even streaming's gonna take a hit though. Listen, like, fucking Disney's about to come out with their own shit. NBC Universal, I think it is. They're coming out with their own shit. They're already telling Netflix, like, hey, I know you guys like The Office and shit on your Netflix service. Our contract goes through 2021. Y'all losing The Office after that. Like, there are already so many streaming services around that fucking cable TV is gonna die. Regular TV is gonna die.
For sure.
And then at some point, streaming is gonna go to for example, with pay-per-view, right? Pay-per-view is gonna go away. It's got to. Like, I think WWE with their little network thing, not little, it's fucking huge now, but with their network, like, they were ahead of the game by a couple years.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But here's the thing: I think Fred's onto the right track here. You're on the right track, Fred. I think the Fox deal came a little too early. Had the ESPN deal came first, and they were able to like exclusively do that on their platform and everything, as they're doing right now, I think the next buyout of the UFC contract would have been something like big, would have been something where Fox would have put more effort into putting it on Big Fox, you know, putting more stuff on Big Fox than like once or twice a year as they did, you know, during their deal. And I think for probably the next time they come up, you know, for their their services or whatever comes up, I think you're right, Fred. I think we're gonna see like an NBC, an ABC, a CBS, one of those big ones, you know, take over and be like the network that just puts them on TV, bunch of ads in between, you know, and then just make their money that way. I think that's where it's going to. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen in the next deal, unless ESPN, you know, just locks them down for even more years after that and just, you know, keeps that deal intact. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think the UFC is looking to get on one of those major networks like that.
Yeah, look, man, I'm just tired of like spending money here and there, and then he's $60 for a pay-per-view.
Right.
For real, like, I'm sick of that shit. And look, y'all know, you guys are like fucking personal friends of mine. Y'all know my life's about to get a little more expensive, so I ain't gonna have that kind of money to fucking throw around a bullshit like that anymore. So I'm with Fred, man. I'm with Fred. If I get free 99, hey, sorry, you know, don't you want to use the fighters to get money? Absolutely. Tell them to call Dana White for that shit.
Right. I
can't help you.
And honestly, if I want the fighters to get money, like, I hate to keep quoting the fucking disgusting prick like Brendan Schaub said, I'll buy a shirt of theirs or something. I'll support them directly. Like, I'll go fuck with them somehow, or I'll follow their Instagram and find out what they're supporting and do my shit like that. Like, I'm not paying for these pay-per-views if they're so easily gotten in other ways, man. Y'all, and you know, like I said, I have no problem saying that because I'm not the problem. Go shut Reddit down. Reddit's the one that's got
Yeah.
fucking 40,000 streams popping up constantly, just sharing the links. Y'all figure that shit out. Don't worry about me.
But here's the thing too, though. How many of those fighters are smart enough to monetize what they do? You know, it's difficult, right? Like you have Tyron Woodley who's trying to monetize himself outside of the UFC, but it's not like he's getting that many hits, or it doesn't seem like he is. You know, you gotta get these guys to be smart about what they're doing, right? Like I don't know, like a Paige Van Zandt. Every time she posts a picture on her Instagram, it's like millions of hits, right? And it gets retweeted, redone, you know, over and over again. You know, like that's the only way they're able to monetize their stuff, because you know then they get a big following, and then they get advertisement deals and stuff like that. And even that's hard to do nowadays.
Yeah.
But like fighters aren't smart enough to do that on their own, man. And that's the problem, right?
It's hit or miss. Paige Van Zandt got new tits. That went over well. Tyron Woodley tried to be a rapper. That didn't go over so well.
Those millions of hits for Paige Van Zandt, they weren't millions until she got them bolt-ons, and then that shit came on.
Yeah.
Boom. Hey, that's your society. You can't get mad about it. Don't hate the player, hate the game. All right, that's all it is. But all right. Real quick, Combate Americas is tomorrow? Friday? Friday. Kira Batara's on the card, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to go over the card real quick?
Yeah. But yeah, while you do that, Kira actually has this fucking kind of cool fucking little design on her shirt. It goes up the first Jurassic Park logo, and it has like the gremlins or whatever as a little shadow on the back. I wanted to get one of those, but there's no website to go to get it. I think you have to like DM her personally. I don't know if she'll ship it out. But
just remind me later. I'll throw you a number.
Cool. But
look, if Fred, I know I don't know if you enjoy a lot of these women's fight cards, but this fight card that they're having
is badass.
This Friday is legit. Like a bunch of women, they all come to finish the fight really, really fast. In the main event, you have Melissa Martinez. They call her Super Melly. If you go on Combate Americas, I think it's their Instagram account, they have her last fight where she's a destroyer. She's really young. I think she's like 21 or 22 years old. But she comes to fight. She's in the main event against Caroline Gallardo. You also have Kira Batara against Francis Hernandez, who's a late replacement because Angela Magana had that back injury, whatever surgery.
She went to a coma and she went to a coma and then she came out of it. She's good.
Yeah. Then you have Paulina Granados, who's they call her Firefox, I believe, is her nickname. She's great. She's had a big problem with Kira. So hopefully after this fight, if she wins, maybe they'll be able to put them together finally in a fight. She's going up against Gloria Bravo. You also have lightweight Eric Gonzalez Ghost Pepper against Juan Sick Pack. Froggy Estrada is on there against Adrian Guzman.
Froggy.
You just got to watch this event. For anybody that has the zone and hasn't checked out Combates, it's on Friday. Check it out. I think hopefully next week we'll have our boy Mike Fromowitz again on, so we can talk a little bit about this event. They also just introduced a new a new investor into their company. She's super famous in Mexico, right up Fred's alley, I'm sure. So
you're talking the actress.
Yeah.
The one that met with the Chapo and she got in a bunch of shit for it.
Yeah, she was linked to being his girlfriend or something for a while there.
Oh boy.
So listen, Combates Americas is always nice to us. They're always gracious to us. Always give us their time. So if you guys have an opportunity, check them out. On English, on the zone, I think they have good old the Venezuela Vixen as their commentator.
God damn it, they couldn't find anything better.
Yeah, well, everybody's got their downfalls. But anyway, in Spanish, I think it's on Univision if you want to check it out in Spanish. They're having a couple events during the week, so if you're in LA, I think tomorrow you can meet Alberto Del Rio in La Plaza de Mexico, I think it is, or something. You're in LA, and then on Thursday or Friday, I think it's Friday, you can meet Tito Ortiz, or today was Alberto and tomorrow is Tito Ortiz.
Yeah.
He's also doing some stuff with Combates, so go check him out. Weigh-ins are tomorrow.
Yeah, if you want to go meet Tito, ask him the difference between Las Vegas and California. And he'll give you an awesome answer to that. And then he'll block you on Twitter for making fun of him for it.
Makes sense.
Anyway, 10 fights on the card. Go check it out. I think there's still tickets available. $20 a ticket, live event. It's always fun. Go check it out if you can.
All right, Joe. We got anything else we want to hit?
All right, boys. I have to go.
No? All right. Freddie, can I hear you? Say something.
Can you hear me? Can you not hear me?
Motherfucker, you jumped off and I can't hear you. Fuck it.
Can you hear me, Jesus?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freddie, Jess can hear you.
I have to go. Eddie.
I know. We're done anyway. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, boys. Later, guys. I will see you guys later.
I think we're done for the day. I checked the last time. What's up?
No. The last thing was Combate Americas also signed Kenya Enriquez. She's a 2-time world boxing champion. Okay. She's going to be on the card coming up soon here. Another boxing women's champ. So,
hey, what did Fred say?
He told you to go F yourself.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Is he done then for the day?
Yeah. He had a hard out. That's why I tried to get his business thing earlier.
I got
just
you.
so I forget.
All right. Well, in that case, we're not in a hurry anymore. I'm gonna check the fucking headlines. Whoever's been rolling with us for the last like at all, anytime. You guys know we break the fourth wall left and right. So yeah, that was just a hard out. And we get audio issues right now with all this shit. Like if I'm gonna be annoyed if nobody else has those problems. All right, that does the Hangouts thing. But anyway.
Oh, you know what? I do remember. One of the guys that has been on our show before, Ricky Palacios.
Yeah.
He's having an MMA event that he's running himself.
Everyone's trying.
I think it's called R&E Promotions, and they're having their first event July 27th in Mission, Texas.
Right.
So check out his Facebook page, Ricardo El Gallero Palacios.
Mm-hmm.
Support the man. He's trying to do something for his family, for his local fighters. So if you're in the area, support him. He's looking for sponsors. He's looking for fighters. So check him out. I think he has a taco truck that he does.
Yeah.
He sparks up every once in a while to try and pay for some fighters to go train, to go to camps. So if you're in the Texas area, Mission, Texas, go help him out.
Okay, hey, real quick. What do you think about this Ronda Rousey thing? Like she's trying to have a baby.
Good for her.
Okay, because that came out, and then Mortal Kombat 11 just came out, and I redboxed it not because Ronda was on it. She's the voice of Sonya Blade, because I just like Mortal Kombat, right? And I was playing the story mode, and then Sonya Blade comes out, and it's Ronda Rousey's voice, and it just sounded so off.
Is it the same deadpan voice that she does?
Yes, yes,
oh,
yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's terrible.
She is not a voice actress. Should be an actress, honestly. But
look, I take the same approach as you do to everybody. Get your money.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Support your family. Whatever, man. It just sucks that the way she left MMA and the way she's kind of taken that same attitude with her to the WWE. It just seems like she's that spoiled brat that, like, if she doesn't get what she wants, she kind of like, I'm gonna take my ball and leave.
Okay, on that point though, because you're not the only one to say that shit, that she's like a spoiled brat. I think that there's a possibility. I'm not saying it's for 100%, but I think there's a possibility that people are kind of misconstruing that a little bit, right? I mean, some people say she's a brat, right? And she throws a fit and all sorts of shit. I'm like, maybe she just knows what she wants and fucking wants it, and just comes off like a spoiled little shit for like demanding it.
You're right. That could also be the case, but it could also be the case that when you get flatlined twice and you don't address media and you kind of block that and you make sure that people cannot ask you about that and you never address it, and why you never fix the problems that everybody saw, it just becomes a spoiled brat. No, I get what you're saying. Definitely, she doesn't have to answer to anybody and she doesn't have to give an explanation for her actions, but on the outside, from outsiders looking in, it just looks like she's a spoiled brat.
Sure, it just looks, yeah. Raider says maybe she just knows when it's time to end something. Maybe, and if she wants to end it, she just ends it hard. You know what I mean? But,
right.
Anyway, but regardless, you know, good luck. I hope y'all have a, you know, I hope they have a healthy baby and everything. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. You know what? Good for them. I mean,
Yeah.
she's still young. She can still come back to whatever she wants to do. She's successful in what she's done up until this point. It sucks that she lost out on some movie deals over, what happened to her in the octagon, but she's still making it happen. So
Right. And look, that's just the game, man. Sometimes things happen. You lose a fight here and there, and the appeal is not the same. She didn't get cast for Fast and Furious or whatever fucking movie Fast and Furious 800 because she's a great actress. She got cast because she's like at the time the baddest chick in the world, right? So once you lose that mystique, that mystery, that invincibility, I'm like she's going out the window. So regardless, look, man, she's made so much fucking money. She could probably never work again. She's not the kind of person. She's not, she's not a do nothing bitch or whatever. But like, she has enough money between her and Travis Brown. Probably they could just live off whatever. They have a little ranch somewhere. They're like almost self-sustaining and all that.
Yeah, think about it. They have the ideal like life, kind of, right? Like they can do whatever they want. They have the financial security. They have a little family now. They want to start a family together of their own. Whatever, man. Like, it's a nice story. It's a sad way she exited the MMA, but it's a nice story that she's ending, like her career right now, or pausing it in a positive way. Like it's not because of injuries. It's not because she can't physically do it. It's her decision. That's great.
Look, I think the one thing, like, I'm not a big time Ronda Rousey fan. I never really was a huge Ronda Rousey fan. I just respected what she was doing because she was a pioneer. But at the same time, like, I'm like, hey, man, fuck. She's in that position where she could do whatever she wants because she wants to. Like, we have to go to work. Like, I have to go to work in an hour, right? And I know you're in the middle of work. You're taking a break for the show and everything. But, like, she doesn't have to do shit. She's in that point. She's got that fuck you money. She can do whatever she wants just because she wants to. And people are going to hate on her for it. Like, I know a guy, like, he's a good buddy of mine, fucking hates Ronda Rousey. And every time I ask him why, he goes, well, because she's a sore loser. And I'm like, are you sure it's not because you wish you were in that position? Like, put yourself in, like, this is what I do. Whenever, even when I really don't like somebody, before I say anything about it, I put myself in their shoes. And if I still think they're pieces of shit, I fucking say it, right? But with Ronda Rousey, I put myself in her shoes. I'm like, yeah, if I had all the money that I had, a fuck you money, and I did everything I wanted to do in the UFC, and I wanted to go fake fight for fun, I'll do it. You know what I mean? If I fucking feel like it. She's in that I did it because I feel like it money, right?
Yeah.
Like the same way Rogan is, the same way that I guess Connor is, like all these guys. So yeah. Anyway.
So are we switching our model to previously recorded and then broadcast?
Right.
Live, or what do we do?
So real quick, MMA guy says saw her on SNL talking about Rousey. Terrible acting. She is not a good actress. Let's just be real. I'm just being honest. Like no. But hey, good on you for being on the movie. Fuck that. And Raider says, and goddamn, that robbery with Tate was fun. I wish it was still on. That'd be great. And MMA God says she clearly doesn't give a fuck. Exactly. She does not care. As far as if we're going to like pre-recorded, I don't know exactly how it went down with Rogan. Do you?
No, I was reading something on Reddit where I guess maybe now that he'll be able to get more famous people because publicists, at least will have control over what goes out on the airways.
I feel like this is tied to the Kanye thing.
Probably. I mean, that's probably why he couldn't get Kanye on without doing this. So hopefully it'll just happen a couple times and then, he'll go back to the old format. But
I don't think we're going to get a straight answer unless people keep bugging the fuck out of him or until the first fight companion they do. Because those shits have to be live. You can't pre-record a fucking fight companion. It doesn't make sense to me. That being said, I loved the live joke, like JREs. Those are always fun for me because you can go online and discuss with people and whatnot. And it kind of sucks that you can't now. So
yeah, I mean, I have a lot of podcasts that I listen to after the fact, so I'm not really big on a live listen. The only, like you said, it's nice to be able to tune in and watch something like when it comes on to, through your notifications. Like right now, like, I know some people subscribe to our channel and like as soon as we go live, they get that little notification. And it's kind of awesome to just click in and then, it's that like communal thing. even though he didn't really, use the chat or anything for any kind of stuff, it's still nice, to have that live.
No, I always enjoyed it live. So I mean, hopefully it goes back to, at least for the fight campaigns, it goes back to live and shit. But it was just weird. Like now this podcast started popping up on YouTube, and I'm like, whoa, when the fuck did that hold down? Like I would have watched that live. Like I would have wanted to watch these last couple ones live, but is what it is. All right. Hopefully we don't have to do that, but you never know. YouTube's kind of fucking retarded. All right.
I know, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, we gotta run, people. So shout out to MMA guys. Raider was here. QC, what's up, dude? Appreciate you jumping on here, man. Tell you, cross your fingers for tomorrow, man. Fuck. Cardinals #1 pick. Let's not fuck this up. Everyone is shut the fuck up. Everyone has tuned in. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the shit. Shout out to represent.repthewarriors.com, main sponsor for this show. SpicersPros.com as well. For myself. Fred Kirby's at Kirby_MMA. Jesse's at Sport 1983. I'm at Elo31. The show is at Keyboard MMA. So y'all the shit. We love you guys. We'll catch you guys next week. And good night. And good night, Wilshire.